Hey there, welcome to episode 5 of PM Exercises Weekly. Today I thought it would be a good idea for us to chat a little bit about product strategy and why they're so important, why sometimes we struggle with coming up with a product strategy, and what's an easy way for us to quickly think about a product strategy approach. So one way that I think about product strategy is that the first thing we need to do when we're asked, for example, by one of our colleagues to think about what is our product strategy, or like, do we have a product strategy, is to think about the objective that is important to the company given that product, given the time, the maturity of the product and all that. And it really depends on the context of the product. The objective is different depending on the context. I'll give you an example. If you're thinking, for example, this is a new product and we need adoption, your objective might be adoption. Whereas if it's a product that has some maturity, you might need to optimize for engagement, or you might be optimizing for revenue and increasing revenue. So these are all very different, and depending on what your key objective is, your strategic options are going to be different, and the criteria that you're going to take into consideration are going to be different. So the way I think about product strategy is, first we need to come to an agreement as a team with marketing, engineering, and everybody else what our objectives should be, and make sure that we have approval at all levels of the organization. Then we need to think about different product strategic options that are in front of us. And once we know what strategic options are available to us, then we need to evaluate them based on some criteria that we would agree as a team are important. For example, it could be based on our budget. It could be based on our current, demand from the market, based on the brand that we're trying to develop, based on the metric, the North Star metric that's important to us. There's so many things that you can think about as your criteria. And then start evaluating your options and hopefully make a recommendation. And what's interesting about this approach is you're able to present to your colleagues multiple strategic options and then explain how you evaluated them based on what criteria. And you show that there's not necessarily one easy path. There are like multiple paths, and you've chosen a particular one based on the objective and the criteria that you think are important. And along the way, as long as you're giving your colleagues a chance to provide feedback on the objectives, provide feedback on strategic options, provide feedback on the evaluation criteria, and feedback on how you've evaluated your strategic options based on your criteria, you're able to come up with a meaningful product strategy for your product. Hope you find this helpful. Until next week, see you later.